Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Courtney. Today I've got some really fun Christmas DIYs for you. And if you are hoping that Santa brings you a Cricut machine, by the time this video is done, you're gonna know exactly which one to put on your Christmas list. Let's get crafting. Let's check out the two machines that are going to be fighting for your affection. On the left-hand side, we've got the Cricut Explore 3. On the right is the Cricut Maker 3. Now, the machines are offered in a variety of colors, so you definitely can pick a color that fits your personality. When it comes to the Cricut Explore 3, you tap the button and the lid and the tray just kind of open nice and slowly, inviting you in to get your crafting on. As far as the Maker 3, you simply take the lid, lift it up, and then again, the tray just comes down so nicely, inviting you in to get creative. As far as storage, they both have storage in their trays, along with on the side of the machine, you can put tools, weeding tools, rollers, things like that on both the machines. Now, if you are into paper crafting and that's your primary craft, then the Explore 3 will get the job done. It will cut cardstocks of all different weights, and the Maker 3 will handle it just as well. But again, if that's pretty much all you do, then stick to the Explore 3. Now, I found this really cute design in Cricut Design Space. I wanted to make a cardstock bow because I felt like, number one, this would be a great way to embellish gifts. Also, you could do these and add them to a tree to kind of give a Christmas tree a more vintage feel, or perhaps make some paper ornaments. So this was really simple to do. I simply cut out the cardstock on a mat using the Explore 3, and then I used some of the Barely glue. If you do paper crafts, this is a great glue to use with the different types of cardstock, and I just glued my bow together and then hot glued that to a gift bag and called it good. It was very simple to do, and again, so many possibilities cutting out cardstock on the Cricut machine. Now, maybe in addition to paper crafts, you want to make some pillows, maybe some t-shirts, bags, just work with some iron-on material. Well, the Explore 3 can definitely do that, as can the Maker. And so for this project, I wanted to make a cute Christmas pillow. I'm using some of this smart iron-on vinyl, which means I can just stick it straight into the machine. I don't have to put it on the mat, shiny side down, and remembering to mirror the image, especially when you have text on that iron-on vinyl. So once it was cut out, I heated up my pillowcase cover, and then I applied my vinyl to the pillowcase cover. I used my heat press to press it down. I just got the image in Cricut Design Space, made it, tweaked it, did all the things, and then created this really cute Christmas pillow. Now, perhaps you like to make signs, stickers, decals. Then cutting regular vinyl, you can do that on the Explore 3 as well as on the Maker 3, but you can still stick to the Explore 3. Now for this next project, I am using some vinyl, but now I've got to jump over to the Maker 3 because I want to cut wood. Wood you cannot cut on the Explore 3, but you can cut it on the Maker 3. So for this project, I cut out regular vinyl on the Explore 3, but then my wood, I have to attach it to a strong grip mat. I got to tape it down with some painter's tape. You will have the extra expense of buying the knife blade, so you will need to keep that in mind in order to cut these thicker materials. But once I got my wood cut, I wanted to make this really cute mini gingerbread house tree skirt. You might remember a large version I made last year. Well, this is the smaller version. I just cut out the basswood on the Cricut Maker 3, and then I was ready to paint it. I'm using Restore, the color Restore by Deco Art. It's my favorite gingerbread color. Once those were painted, I simply took my white vinyl and I applied it with some transfer tape after I weeded it, And then it was a matter of attaching little metal brackets so that I could make sure that this would wrap around my tree. And I just used hot glue to attach those metal brackets. And once that was done, this tree skirt was complete. Now, continuing to work on the Maker 3, I'm going to do a project with some chipboard. So this is kind of like just a very thick cardboard. You could do a lot of things with this. Make tags, you could make ornaments, you could cut out letters, you could get things cut out to kind of give 3D elements to your project. So again, you're only able to cut this on your Maker 3. And for this, I wanted to make just kind of a cute ornament that could also be used as a gift tag. So I cut out a Christmas tree that I found in Cricut Design Space. And then I decided to use Glitter's cousin, and that is tiny little green sequins, which made a little bit of a mess, but I just took some Mod Podge and I painted it over the Christmas tree, and I just stuck those little sequins on there. I waited for those to dry, and then I would recommend sealing it unless you just want to give the gift that keeps on giving and let the glitter continue to fall off in people's houses so they can remember you better. But definitely would recommend sealing those sequins on there. And then I tied a red chiffon bow. Now, to take this up a little bit, I love to use these chiffon bows when I give gifts because I can personalize them with some iron-on, and I'm using iron-on foil. So if you wanted to just make this bow and use iron-on foil, you could use the Explore 3 for that project if you didn't want to make the tag. But again, chipboard needs to be cut on the Cricut Maker 3, and there's just so many possibilities with this type of project. And then here is a major thing that sets the Maker 3 apart. It can engrave. So while both machines can cut, write, draw, foil, and score, only the Maker 3 can engrave, deboss, and perforate. So that is one thing to keep in mind when you're making your decision. You also will need to get an engraving tip if you want to engrave with the Maker 3. So you can get this metal plate, and what I wanted to make with this was a little memorial plate. I have a shelf in my office that has a lot of my mom's memorabilia on it, and I wanted to make it in loving memory. So for this, you got to use a strong mat. You tape it down with some painter's tape, just like you normally would. And because there's sensitive information like her full name and birth date and things like that on this, I can only show you a little snippet of the project here, but I did create a fun project a while back where I engraved this cute little sign that I keep in my office. And that wraps up today's projects. Let me know down below which one of these was your favorite. So if you're trying to decide if you think you're going to stick to more vinyl decals, stickers, labels, cards, maybe some iron-on vinyl, then the Explore 3 will get the job done. But if you want the most bang for your buck, the most possibilities, the most options with over 300 plus materials you can use, the Maker 3 is going to be the machine for you. I hope Santa brings you what you want. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!